What is going on, guys, man? Goose here, man, and wow, what a game. Saints beat the Texans 30-28 on a 58-yard field goal by Will Lutz as time expired just when he thought the game was over. When Houston scored that touchdown with about 37 seconds left, you thought that and I would go back even further when the Saints, the Saints got that first down after the 2 minute warning. You thought that the Saints maybe would possibly get another first down. It was 2nd and 6, and the first down probably would have ended the game because Texans only had like 2 timeouts left. So, and then the sweep to Kamara lost a bunch of yards, which was very very dumb. I thought that was a dumb play call. And then so the Saints then they rush up the middle, and then they kick the field goal, go up by 6, and there was like 55 seconds left, and Texans had no timeouts. You're thinking, okay, man, Saints, come on, defense, do something. And they go down 2 plays, and they score a touchdown. Cornerbacks let receivers get wide open all night long. That's got to clear up. Cornerbacks were awful tonight, especially after the first quarter. Texans made some adjustments, and players started getting open, and Saints never had an answer outside of a few times where we got sacks, and allowed them. They had to go punt the ball. So because Saints, we had that interception, but that was just I think he did throwing the ball up there. Watson was so really was like a great player by the cornerback. But just a lot of things to clear up, especially on the defense end, especially in the running game. Saints gave up a lot of yards rushing between Duke Johnson and Carlos Hyde. Deshaun Watson had a touchdown run. So Saints have a lot of things to clean up if they want to, be where they want to be at the end of the year and holding that Lombardi Trophy. Because let's just face it, that defense is not a Super Bowl caliber defense, and they will not. They might not win a playoff game with that kind of defense. But anyway, so we'll go over the stats because this was a very very exciting game. Both offenses balled out. The Saints had 25 first downs, Texans 22. He had 510 yards of total offense for the Saints, 414 for the Texans. Passing 362 for the Saints, 234 for the Texans. Now rushing, the Texans ran the ball for 180 yards for a 7.8 yards per rush average. And that's God insane. Now the Saints, they were just as good. They had 148 yards of rushing, and they averaged 7.0 yards per rush. So both defenses had problems, especially after the first quarter, because there was nothing after the first quarter. It looked like this could be a good defensive game, but no, both defenses had problems, especially in the secondary, because there were receivers wide open for both teams. Drew Brees finished 20 for 30 for 268, 3 touchdowns with 1 interception, which was a big interception. Saints were driving on that second drive, and they had the ball, in the goal-to-go situation, and he was blitzed. He rushed to throw, and it was a bad pass. He tried to force it to the running back, and the linebacker made a great play, and he picked the ball off. So, and Carlos, I'm sorry, that was Deshaun Watson. I said that was Drew Brees, 20 for 30, 268. That was Deshaun Watson. I'm sorry. Deshaun Watson was 20 for 30, 268. 3 touchdowns and a pick. Carlos Hyde was 10 carries, 83 yards. Duke Johnson had 9 carries, 57, and Watson was 4 for 40. So they ran the ball at will against the Saints when they needed to. And DeAndre Hopkins was a big guy. You knew he was going to come in here, and he's a very very good wide receiver. He was going to come in and make his catches. He dropped like 2 passes, but he was going to catch the majority of them. 8 catches, 111 yards, 2 touchdowns. Kenny Stills had 3 catches, 37 yards, and a touchdown. And Fuller had 2 catches for 69 yards. Big 54-yard catch he had early in the game. So, 20 catches for 268, average of 13.4. Like I said, both defenses just had a horrible, horrible time, especially in the secondary. Now the Saints, Drew Brees was 32 for 43 for 372 touchdowns with 1 interception. Kamara had carried 13 times for 97 yards. Murray carried 6 times for 43 yards, had a big 30-yard touchdown run, which gave the Saints the first touchdown of the game. And then Taysom Hill had 2 carries for 8 yards. Now going over the Saints receiving, Michael Thomas had 10 catches for $123. Ted Ginn had 7 catches for 101. Kamara had 7 for 62. Uh, it was nice to see somebody else besides Michael Thomas catch passes because he's going to be double teamed a lot. So Saints need somebody else, a second, third receiver to catch the ball. Teddy Ginn did a great job tonight. He didn't drop any tonight. Traquan Smith had 2 catches for 26 yards and a touchdown, and Taysom Hill also had 1 catch for 9 yards that went for a touchdown. So the Saints did what they had to do. They won 30-28. Just when you thought the game was over with, I was hoping, with 1 timeout, 37 seconds left, that possibly the Saints can get into field goal territory to give it a shot. It didn't look like it. There was like 6 seconds left, and they had the ball around midfield. I said, man, how are they going to have a time to get a pass off, man? But hey, look, the Saints did it, and this is the NFL, man. You win, you lose, and you go on to the next week. That's all that matters in the NFL is wins and losses, because that's what determines home field advantage. There's no rankings like in college and stuff like that. So 30-28, the Saints win. Now they go on the road next week to play the Los Angeles Rams. That's gonna be a tough game on the road. The Saints, they're gonna have to play a lot better, especially on defense, if they want to go out and be victorious on the road. But congratulations for the Saints. Texans, y'all played a great game, man. Both offenses balled out, and it really came down to who had the ball last. Who was going to win the game. So 30-28, Saints win. They're 1-0. First place in the NFC South, as everybody else lost. Falcons, Panthers, and Bucks. So Saints are all by themselves, 1-0 in the NFC South. They go on and play the Los Angeles Rams and then the Seahawks, back-to-back road games. So tough 2 weeks for the Saints. That's why this game was very, very big, I thought, for them to win, because if they lost this game, then they possibly could be 0-4. I mean, you got the Texans, you got the Rams, the Seahawks, and then you got the Cowboys. This was a very, very big win for the Saints. So Will Lutz, 58-yard field goal as time expires. Saints win 30-28. Y'all guys have a great time, and I'll talk to y'all next time.